Beautiful videos, a variety of formats, but no voiceover and some slow loading times. My name is Ilya, and in this video I will go over everything great, good, and not so great about Lumen5. To start off with the great, they have a huge pre-made template library, as you can see. A very large number of video formats for pretty much all social media platforms that you may need to create content for. And at the moment, 24 themes that you can start off with and then customize later on to create a unique video. Their media library is also the largest one I have ever seen. You can search for Mars, for example, search for pole vault, cricket, the African savanna, or pretty much anything you can think of, and they will have videos on that topic, and not only just videos, but beautiful looking videos and the widest library out of any other tool that I have seen. Their instant video feature, which basically just takes in your blog's RSS feed and pulls in the text and automatically creates the videos, is pretty good, but unless you have a very heavy information based blog, it's probably not something you will use a lot because you'll have to edit the videos a ton anyway. Their brand presets are useful. They basically allow you to just set a watermark, the style of all your videos, so you don't have to reset this every time, and depending on what plan you buy, you can add multiple brand presets. And as for the bad, sometimes the video creation process can take a little bit of time depending on how many slides you have, and their AI is not always great at picking the right images. And one problem with their AI also is that it does not include all of your text. It auto selects the text that it thinks is important. So even for a script as short as this, as you can see, it got rid of the last two sentences. Free of all concerns, free of all concerns. And then there's these last two sentences just do not exist. I can, of course, press and add these two. But if you have a longer script, then it will condense it even more. So what you have to do is just completely clear everything, delete all of these videos, and add all of these one by one, which can get quite annoying. And also, as you can see, the video picking isn't always perfect. So sometimes I dream about the ocean. If I preview this doesn't really have anything to do with the ocean. The ocean breeze, this works. This one works. I see the surfers. This one may have some surfers later on in the video. Let's see. Yeah, so see, the surfers are later on in the video, but it will pick the first part of the video, so it doesn't make sense. This would actually work. In their element, joyful, flowing, this one doesn't make sense in context, but it does make sense in something is flowing. Satisfied, I don't really think this makes sense. No, this doesn't make sense at all. I dream I'm there with them. It's hard to find the right keyword for dream, so good on it for trying. And then free of all concerns, this one doesn't really make sense. So as you can see, it's about a 50-50. It creates about 50% of the slides and videos for it pretty well, and then the rest I would definitely adjust. For me, I tend to be a little bit more picky, so I change a lot of the videos that it actually picks itself. So it's about maybe 30% or 25% I keep as it gives it to me, and then the rest I change and edit to make the video flow a little bit better. If you want to see what the AI created video looked like and what the video that I actually created looked like, there will be two links in the description you can take a look at. I don't want to insert those videos in here because it will take a little too long within the video. So I already talked about the beauty of the media. Their music is on par with pretty much any other platform. You can sort it by mood, select here, sort it by mood, and they have a pretty wide selection, but I would say this is on par with Content Samurai, with Nvidia, Ricadium, pretty much promo.com. Any other platform you use has pretty similar number and types of stock music. Next up, the style. This is just basically editing the template. So I have a brand preset set without a watermark. I can add a watermark, select from some of the pre-made styles that they have. So as you can see, that changed everything within the video. Or just change the theme completely. If I don't like the pop style theme and I want to change to something different, I can do that. I can change all of the titles, all the subtitles, the background, and the scene transitions. I can also edit the layout of each slide. So if I press layout, I can change the layout of this slide to maybe a better title layout or a different quote layout. And these layouts vary depending on what theme you actually chose. So if back in the style section you have a different theme, some of those layouts in here will be a little bit different. For each of the videos within the section, you can, as you can see, trim it. So select which 3, 4, or whatever, however long your video is, you want to actually include, and then crop it if you are using the vertical or the square templates, because sometimes Lumen5 doesn't always, usually it's just in the center. I don't believe it automatically crops, but if it does, sometimes it's not great. You can also edit the timing of the video here if you want it to be fast, normal, or slow. Usually I prefer to make it a little bit slower, just because usually the first slide's a little too short. I usually like to make it 4 to 5 seconds, and then these are usually best at about 3 to 4. Or you can just edit the slides, on here if you so would like. You can also add a subscene, which is basically just a scene that has the same media as the scene that is the main scene. So here I would have the main surfers, and then I can add, for example, if I wanted to move in their element to here, I could copy paste this, delete in their element, and move in their element to here. One thing that it doesn't do if you add a subscene is increase the length. So you would have to pretty much double the length, or maybe even increase it a little bit more to account for the transition. So now I show you I see the surfers. It takes some time in their element. You could also upload your own videos, but this, depends on which plan you purchase. As you can see, you can bring images and videos from your phone into Lumen5. I was not able to make that work. I was able to use their mobile app to actually download the videos and post the created videos on my Instagram story, but I was not able to use their app to actually upload the images and videos from the app into the cloud and then use it on my computer. I was able to upload it using this button right here on the desktop, so you can do that if you want. If you want to add your own video, then you can do so. One big problem with Lumen5 is that there is no voiceover. You can technically upload your own voiceover as a music track, but then you would lose the actual music track. So then you have to choose, do I just use the voiceover, or do I use the music track? And if you do upload a voiceover, you have to adjust all of the timing yourself. So if I'm reading Sometimes I Dream About the Ocean Breeze, and I'm reading that, I would have to adjust the timing here myself, and you can only adjust it by the second. You can't make it like 4.2 seconds. That doesn't work in Lumen5. It's only on a second per second basis. So if you need very specific timing, it cannot offer you that. As for the actual video creation and editing process, it's pretty quick. If I don't like this, I just click on here, search it, or use one of the recommended searches, which Lumen5 is pretty good at figuring out what keywords are actually keywords within the video. I don't know where I got this, but dream, waves, surfers, tumbling expands, it's pretty good. So if I search for surfing, I can just click on here, and boom, that's already there. This one's good, this one's good, this one's good. Let's say I want a, joyful, so I go here, I search up joyful. Actually, joyful surfers. Let's do that. Joyful surfers, happy surfers, happy surfing. Sometimes you have to try a couple of different keywords. So, for example, okay, this is good. A couple high-fiving, beautiful, joyful, flowing. I could also do that, but you see the process. Basically, it takes about maybe 15-30 seconds maximum to choose the video for each slide. If you want to crop it or, trim it, crop it, change the timing, you can do so. But other than that, it should not take you very long, even if you have a 20 or 30 slide video, which for most of these, you should not, because I'm going to show you something right now. It actually shows you the limit for, so let's just make this really, really long. Make this 103. The format I have chosen does not have a limit. It technically has a limit. Let's go to Instagram post. Let's just change that. And there it is. It tells me I should keep my videos under 60 seconds to post to Instagram. And then this breaks sometimes a little bit if you change the ratio, and you may have to refresh the page a little bit and reset some things. But if I go back to square, it will, there we go, it goes back to normal. I should keep my videos under 60 seconds, and it lets you know that for pretty much any of the time limited options that you have. So if you're creating a video for Instagram story, 15 seconds is the limit of one story. If you have it longer, it will get split up into multiple stories. 60 seconds is just a hard limit for the Instagram video posts unless you have a large following. And then some of these are recommended. For example, YouTube 120 seconds, that's not the longest you can do, but the longest video you can make on Lumen is 5 minutes. That is it. You cannot make a video longer than 5 minutes. So this is definitely more of a social media tool rather than a, voiceover and long YouTube videos tool. So I would say it's less for YouTube, more for all of the other social media platforms. Now I want to go through the video creation process a little bit slower so you see how it actually works and what happens. So I go to create video, and at that moment I will have three options. I can use a blog, so use my article URL, or use a script that I would copy and paste, or just start with the media. As you can see, they also have the option below to turn one of the blog posts that I pulled from IVP, my website, into a video. I will not be doing that because this is basically just the same as pasting a URL. I can also use my media, so upload something to start out with, or use one of the templates that I've already shown you. I'm just going to use a script, press go, and then choose a video format. As you can see, there is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and custom. So I usually create videos for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, but to do that I just mostly use the Instagram 1-to-1 ratio option. Sometimes I do start out with Instagram and Facebook and then create another one for Twitter, a longer version, because the maximum length is different on Twitter. But let's just go on Instagram right now and then choose a brand or a theme. So to preview, if you hover over it, it gives you a quick little preview of what it looks like, what the text looks like, what the titles and the subtitles look like for each one. So for this one, let me just take this one for example. And this is the video creation part. It is building the video, it is picking the scenes. This can sometimes take a little bit long. I'm not sure if it happens in the cloud or if it happens on your computer. If it happens in the cloud, that would explain it. If it happens on the computer, that would also explain it. But I've had videos that were about 20 slides take up to 30 to 50 seconds sometimes. So just be aware of that. And as you can see, once again, Lumen5 decided that this was not important and decided not to include that. So I would just press here and here to include that. And the videos that it picked are all the same because the text has been exactly the same throughout all of these videos. The layouts here are a little bit weird. As you can see, it picked this layout here, which basically removes half of the video. That's a really strange layout. That's weird. I don't like that. This is a much better layout right here, actually having, the entire video scene rather than doing this. This would work if this is like a text caption video where, if you have an influencer and you are trying to caption their videos, which Lumen5 is not the best tool for that, but I guess you could make it work. This layout would work. Okay, so then I would go through here, I would edit all of the timings, I would make this probably a little bit slower. As you can see, the length increased by about 12 seconds. And then I would change, crop some of these. Definitely trim this one because it doesn't make sense. Replace some of the videos, and all in all, each video takes me about, I don't know, anywhere between 3 to 10 minutes to create. And I know that's a bit of a wide range, but the thing is, for let's say a 60-second video, which is most of my videos are about 40 to 55 or some up to 60 seconds. That's usually about 12 scenes, sometimes a little more, because most of the scenes are about 3 to 4 seconds, so sometimes between 10 to 18 scenes. And if I have to replace about half or 70% of all the videos and the scenes that Lumen5 picked, that can take some time. And then sometimes I also edit the text, because sometimes I want the text to actually, instead of using this text feature, I use the title feature to make the text bigger if the background image is not very important. So that's pretty much for the video creation. Now moving on to the pricing. They have 3 plans, and also they have a free forever plan, which you can use to try it out. It doesn't have a lot of things, and it has a Lumen5 logo at the end of the video, but you can try it out to see how you like the process and Lumen5 in general. They have a starter, premium, and business plan, which is I'm on the business plan, because the amount of videos you get actually changes a lot from plan to plan. $29 per month, you pretty much get all of the free videos and a tiny bit of paid video. And then at $79, you get an additional access to 2 million more for free to all of them. And at $199, you get access to the Getty and Shutterstock's full extended collection, and you can get, I don't know why this is 25. I have 300 credits, and I've been using, I've used up more than 25, and I still have about 210 left maybe for the month, so this is not accurate. Or you can get billed annually for up to 35% off. This is the only discount that is available for Lumen5 currently, so you can you can either bill monthly or bill annually and get a discount. As for the other plan differences, as you can see, the maximum resolution is different. 1080p, you can only get that if you are on the premium plan or up. The number of videos you can edit is also very, very different. You can create per month, you can edit an unlimited number of videos, but these are the number of videos you can actually publish, download, or share. So even on the starter plan, you could go crazy and create 100 videos, but then you would not be able to download all of them. You would download only 10 and have to wait, for the next month to download 10 more, etc., etc., etc. Brand presets, instant videos, don't really use it that much. Let's see what other differences there are. Custom fonts and custom colors, and then watermark is only for business. Premium media, upload your own audio tracks, once again only for business. And that is pretty much it for the differences. I personally think that you should at least buy either the premium or the business plan if you are thinking of purchasing, just because of the access to the larger number of videos and the 1080p resolution. Because 1080p at this point, with 4K screens, 2K screens, 1080p is pretty much the bare minimum. So 720p is it's basically almost not really great. So that is pretty much for the review. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any concerns, any thoughts, or any just other questions about Lumen5, I'd love to answer them. Thank you very much for watching, and remember that you can take a look at the AI created Lumen5 video and then the one I actually created from the script in the links in the description below. And if you'd like to read the text review, that is also in the description below. Thank you very much.